Hello, good morning. Today we are going to see the practicals of liquid penetrant testing. So in the liquid penetrant testing, I'm going to show you what are the chemicals we use as we discussed in the class, online class. Then we are going to do the practicals on these three specimens. So if you see these three specimens, one is fillet weld, that is T-joint. Then other one is a welded pipe. Then other one is butt weld. So butt welded plate and butt welded pipe and fillet welded T-joint plate. Okay. First chemical is a cleaner. This solvent cleaner is mainly used for solvent removable penetrants. So first, before performing the testing, we have to clean the surface to remove all the dirts and impurities on the surface. So if you are using a water washable penetrant, then we will be using a detergent or soaps or some other liquid agent to clean the surface, to remove the rust and other dirt particles. Okay. So if you see in this company is Spot Check company, Spot Check. So this Spot Check, if you see, it is written here, solvent remover. So mostly the solvent removable penetrant, we use this remover or solvent for cleaning the surface and removing the excess penetrant. Okay. Next I'm going to show you the penetrant, Spot Check penetrant, same company Spot Check, and this is the penetrant. So as we discussed in the online class, the penetrant is oil based, low viscous liquid which can penetrate into the open surface crack, okay, or open surface defects. So in this penetrant, if you see, it is written as solvent red penetrant, solvent removable penetrant. So why it is written as red penetrant? Because this penetrant we use it in the visible light inspection. So in penetrant testing, two types of inspection is there, fluorescent inspection and visible inspection. In the visible light inspection or daylight inspection, we use red color penetrant. Okay. So in the fluorescent penetrant, I'm going to show you that. If you see this one, this is the post-emulsifiable fluorescent dye penetrants are there. So I have to remove all this dirt, rust, oil, etc. Okay. So let me clean these oil and clean these specimens, and then I'll show you the testing methods. See, I have applied the penetrant on the material. So this is the penetrant I have used. So before applying it, from the surface, almost 1 feet distance. 1 feet distance, you have to keep it in 45 degree, then linearly you have to apply. Okay. Like this. So I have applied it linearly. Same like this here also, we have to apply like this. Okay. So once applied, we have to wait for certain period of time. I'm going to wait for 7 minutes. After 7 minutes, I'm going to show you the next step. Okay, now 7 minutes is over. So we have completed the 7 minutes or dwell time. So I have kept it outside because to see more clearly visible. So we need more light to inspect the material. Okay, so now I'm going to first wipe out all the excess. So I have removed the surface completely with the solvent. So now you cannot see any red color area on the surface. So this red color area is nothing but the rust. So that's why it's looking like that. So otherwise the whole weld the weld is complete. Before applying the developer, shake it well. Okay. Just 2 minutes, shake it very well. We can apply it same like penetrant. We have to keep it from the surface 1 feet distance and apply it linearly. See this. So now we have to wait for indication to be developed. So you can see that developer is absorbing the penetrant from the defects. Same way here also I'm going to apply. And then here also I'm going to apply. So I applied well. So now I have to wait for developing time. What is developing time? How the defects are getting developed. See this? Here there is a cluster porosity. In the whole area there is a cluster porosity, and also some defects are here. Small pores are there, and here there is a cluster porosity. And here again one indication is there. So this is how you have to, once the indication is applied, you have to take a photograph and you have to start writing a report. So once the report is made, you have to submit to the manager. See here, in this portion, some lack of fusion problems are there. Okay, so not much more defects are in this area. So let us check. If you see here, you can see a cluster porosity there. Cluster porosity. So what is the cluster porosity holds? Will be there due to the moisture content in the electrode and high current and high shielding gases. So all those may cause this defect. If you see here in the parent metal, there is a crack. So can you see this? In the parent metal there is a crack. So these are the defects we identified by the liquid penetrant testing. So after conducting the test, we got the result. So here cluster porosity, there one cluster porosity and one crack is there. So we have found the defects. Now I'll be teaching you how to make the report. But before making a report, so you have to take a photograph of these things when you make a testing in the site. In the working site, when you perform the testing, once the testing is completed, you have to take a photograph and then you have to attach it to the report copy which you are going to send it to the manager, okay, or your head of the department. So once you send it, then they will see your report. According to the report, they will repair these defects. These defects will be repaired. Then again you have to perform the testing to make sure that there is no defect at all. Okay. So now last step is what? After performing the thing, then we have to clean the surface and make it like before. So we have to remove all the chemicals in this, clean it properly, and then we have to give it back the test specimens to the inspector. Okay. So this is all the liquid penetrant testing, and the next step is making a report. I will tell you how to make the report later. Okay.